Hiya, I'm Jasper, and welcome to your video review for Sisu. It's a movie starring people that I haven't heard of before. So, as always, I'm going to give you the good, the bad, and the furry. To start with the furry, there's a horse, a couple of German shepherds, and a dog that make short and not super critical appearances. So, moving on to the good and the bad. This movie is set in World War II, 1944, and the opening narration is like, this guy has decided that he's done with war and he's leaving war behind, so he's, journeying off into the wilderness, and the Germans have decided to do a scorched earth thing, and because they know they're losing, so they're doing a scorched earth as they try and cut off the Finnish thing. So it is in English, but it's set in Finland, World War II, and this guy is a gold miner. He's searching for gold. He finds a really big mother lode of it and decides to try and take it, I assume, to town. And then he runs across a German company that don't want him to have it. So things ensue. And this movie, it reminds me of a couple things. So one, it reminds me of Mute and Willy's Wonderland in that the protagonist, so our main guy, is very, very silent. Like, he doesn't have a whole lot of dialogue at all. Possibly not at all. I don't want to ruin things for you. But, yeah, so I love when an actor is able to be the main character and still not have to talk and still get across all of the meaning and the nuance that he does. So that was really awesome to see. It has a bit of the John Wickness of, like, it's well shot, well choreographed, but it's not super long take fights. What I mean by John Wickness is that, John Wick started over his dog getting killed. And, that's not the worst reason in the world, but, a relatively, what you could think of as a minor thing from some bad guys, what they would think of as minor, results in a lot of people getting killed. So in this one, there's what the bad guys, I'm sure, feel is a minor thing that they're doing, and things ensue. It has a bit of the, like, Rambo out in the wilderness thing going on for it. It has a bit of the Hurt Locker, well, not so much the Hurt Locker, it's Lone Survivor. So it's got that Lone Survivor of, like, man, this dude gets messed up and keeps on going. But honestly, I think it strays even more so into the Kill Bill territory of, like, how much he gets messed up and still keeps going, and some of the things he's able to do, because, Kill Bill is a bit stylized, and there's blood, like, sprayed out everywhere. So it's not quite Kill Bill levels of, like, hilarity blood. It's much more gory, like, there's landmines, and think about, like, what a landmine would do to somebody, and you get to see that happen. And so, but what I mean for Kill Bill is that, her capability to survive some shit gets a little ridiculous at times, and I feel like his strays a little bit into the ridiculous territory as well. But it's still a super fun time. I loved every minute that he was on screen, and I, you feel when he's getting hurt and keep going, and it's inspiring, really. And who doesn't like seeing Nazis get super fucked up, like super messed up? It's great, and it's, like I said, it's mostly believable, so it's a fun time. It also has just a little bit of that shadow in the clouds feeling to it, I think, with the determination that somebody has to do what they have determined to do. And yeah, but it's got some gore, and there's explosions of things, so just prepare yourself for that. But it's definitely one of those, like, hey, this guy's he's gonna do his thing and nothing's gonna stop him. And I mean, they kind of explain it in the opening for, like, because Sisu is a Finnish word, and so they define it in the opening, like, card, if you will, and you get to see a great example of that word. So I thoroughly enjoyed this film. It didn't stick around too long. The pacing was great. The grit, the grime, and everything else, like, this definitely felt like Europe, and how they were just, like, dirty, and just they've been going along for weeks. All the uniforms and all the set pieces and whatnot, they felt very worn and used, and how you would feel after months or years, however long these guys have been at war, and the everything that was going on just felt very believable, aside from a little bit of his capability, just a little bit on the more towards the Kill Bill side. But I enjoyed it thoroughly, and I think you will as well. This movie comes out soon. I saw an advanced screening for it, so keep an eye out because it comes out shortly. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you at the next one. Bye.